It is unlikely that pure wolves will ever return to Maine. People familiar with Maine's woods know that coyotes are thriving, despite efforts to control them. Interestingly, there were no coyotes in Maine in the past. But what about wolves? Retired biologist Mark McCullough spent much time investigating this issue. He helped the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service determine if wolves still lived in Maine. McCullough mentioned that 2 wolves were killed in Maine in the 1990s, but they were likely once captive. A wild wolf was killed in New Brunswick in 2013. Efforts in 2003 to confirm the presence of wolves in Maine were inconclusive. DNA tests showed that the wolves found in Maine had eaten commercial dog food, suggesting they were domesticated. However, the New Brunswick wolf was genuinely wild. Historically, Maine had 2 types of wolves, a smaller, deer wolf, and a larger gray wolf. When settlers arrived, these wolves were common but were exterminated around the turn of the century, leaving a void that coyotes eventually filled. The Maine coyote is genetically unique, being a mix of coyote and wolf. This is unlike western coyotes, which are smaller. Efforts to introduce gray wolves to Maine face challenges because Maine's coyotes, already hybridized with wolves, would likely interbreed with any new wolves, making a pure wolf population unlikely. John Glowa and the Maine Wolf Coalition advocate for reintroducing wolves to Maine, arguing that wolves belong there. However, scientific evidence suggests that the pure genetic strain of gray wolf that once lived in Maine is gone and unlikely to return.